River Middle School again this year, and we're going to be doing the science fair. And hopefully we'll bring a lot of projects to you people viewing this afternoon. And to start things off, we're going to interview David LeDrew, and his partner is Raina Saunders. And they're doing a project, as you can see, called Butt Kickers Kick Butt. So can you, David, I'll interview you first. Can you tell us what your title means and what is it you're doing?
Basically what our title is talking about is smoking quitters, people who quit smoking, really rock.
Okay, so how did you, what did you go about, Raina, to find out how, like, quitting smoking is good? What did you do?
We tested smokers with a vital lung capacity for immediately after they smoked, an hour after they smoked, and 2 hours after they smoked, to see if their vital lung capacity did actually increase after they stopped smoking.
Okay, so if someone smoked a cigarette, you would wait for an hour basically and then test their lung capacity. And how did you do that?
We tested with a peak flow meter.
Okay, can you explain what this machine is?
It's a peak flow meter, and what you do, you take a deep breath in, and you put your mouth over the tube, and you blow out, and the arrow moves, and whenever that moves, that's your vital lung capacity.
Okay, so after, we'll get a shot of this chart here now. After 1 hour, what does those results show?
It showed that 60% of our participants' vital lung capacity did increase, and after 2 hours, 90% of our participants did increase.
So from what I'm looking at there, after 11 hours, is that 11 hours? No. Okay, that's the 11th person. So the 11th person on that, they had really good lung capacity.
Yes.
So David, what did you basically learn out of this project you did this year?
We learned some of the benefits of quitting smoking, like your lung capacity increases, and you healthier and basically more healthy and exercise better.
Okay. Okay, we're here with Allison and Danny, and they're doing a project called Create a Critter. So Allison, can you explain a little bit about what you did and how you started this project?
Okay, first of all, we got the ancient triop eggs that were dormant for 1,001 years.
Okay, so do you have, can you show that? Have you got you don't have any of those little things, triobs, do you?
Well, they're in this here. Well, I think they're sleeping or eating or something now. You can't really see them.
Yeah.
Well, there's one there.
Okay.
And
So where did you get this bag of little dormant critters?
we got them in a Scholastic book order. Here.
Okay, down there? Yep, okay.
And we put them in distilled water, and we put a light on them for 24 hours and 7 days a week.
Okay.
And the eggs hatched. And they're living organisms now.
Okay, so Danny, can you use any other kind of water? You can come around here, David, and get a shot of Danny. Can you use any other kind of water on these little organisms?
No, if you use fresh water or anything like that, they'll die. You gotta use distilled water to make them live.
Okay, did you try any fresh water on them?
Yep, this is fresh water right here. Got fresh water in this one.
Okay, so those little organisms are dead.
Yep, they didn't stay alive in fresh water and without a light.
Okay, can you just hold up this little bottle for a shot from the camera? And these are living organisms, and they needed distilled water and light. I don't know if you can get a shot of any of them in there, but there's real living creatures in there. Okay, Allison and Danny, thanks a lot. Okay, we're here now with Jenny Upward, and she's a grade 4 student here at the middle school. And Jenny, what did you do your project on?
Magnetism.
Magnetism. And what did you try to find out about magnetism?
Well, I tried to figure out what will stick to a magnet and what won't.
And what did you find out did stick to a magnet?
Metal.
Metal. What about soap and things like that?
That won't stick because it got no metal in it.
And I noticed here on the table, if we can get a shot here at the table, you got a CD here. Does a CD stick to a magnet?
No, it's plastic. It's plastic.
Okay, it's plastic. Can you show us demonstrate a few more?
Okay, this is a button, and even if it got something blocking it, it will move like this.
Okay. It's you got the magnet under the table?
Yes. See?
Oh, that's cool. Excellent. What about those those little pans there, Jenny? Will they stick to the magnet?
No, they're tinfoil.
Okay. And why did you have the pan here with the water in it?
Well, it just proves that it will pick stuff up underwater.
Okay. Did you enjoy doing your project on magnetism?
Yeah.
Good for you. Thank you. Okay, we're here with Justin, and he's in grade 5. And Justin has got a very interesting project here on insulation. What keeps heat in the best? So, Justin, what made you want to do a project on insulation?
I just started it.
You just thought of it. And what did you use to find out about what is the best material to keep heat in?
I used styrofoam insulation and fiberglass insulation.
And what were the results? What did you find out?
That fiberglass insulation is better than styrofoam insulation.
And how do you know that? Like, did you have a temperature? You got a thermometer in that one?
Thermometer.
Okay, and is there a thermometer in that first one there?
No, I already tried that one. I just got the thermometer put in there.
So you found out that fiberglass.
Insulation is better than styrofoam insulation.
So what are you going to insulate your house with when you grow up and get a house?
Fiberglass insulation.
Right on. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to interview Sarah and Tiffany, and they're doing a project about magnetic erasers. And I think that this one is interesting because a lot of people are concerned about going through airport lineups and wondering if things will be erased on their video cassettes. So let's just ask Sarah Axford what she found out. Sarah, what did you find out about magnetic erasers?
We tried to find out that if it will erase stuff on videotapes or cassettes or CDs, and we found out that it only erases stuff on the videotapes and cassettes.
Videotapes and cassettes?
Yeah, it didn't damage the CDs at all.
Okay, let's see. Tiffany, how did you go about figuring all this out, and what did you do?
Okay, what we did was we had 2 videos and 2 tapes and 2 CDs, and we separated them into 2 groups. Then we took a strong magnet and a weak magnet, and we rubbed the weak magnet along the tape of the group, that one, and we rubbed the strong magnet along the other group. And the weak magnet only damaged it a little bit, but the stronger magnet damaged it a lot more.
So when you tried to replay these things like the cassettes, they didn't work. Is that right?
Well, the tracking was a bit bad, like it was a bit fuzzy, but that was all that was wrong. And tapes just started to skip a bit.
Great. Okay, thanks a lot, girls. Okay, Melissa Drake is here, and she has another very interesting project. It's called Crazy Colors. Melissa, can you explain a little bit about what you did with your crazy colors?
Well, I took my water and put it in my glass, and then I put 3 drops of food coloring in each one, and then I took my toothpick and stirred it up. Then afterwards, I took my laser and shined it through. My laser goes through the red one the brightest because it's red and the light is red, and my laser don't go through blue because it's the darkest color, but my laser goes through yellow because it's light, and my laser goes through green. Then afterwards, I took my flashlight and shined it through each one, and it went through red, it went through blue, not so dark because it's where it's the darkest color, and it went through yellow the brightest because where it's like the light and the yellow is sort of the same color, and it went through green. And that's about it.
Okay, thank you very much, Melissa. Okay, we're here with Katie and Stephanie, and they have a very interesting project for you gardeners out there this spring, something that will really help you people out there. So, Katie, can you explain what you did in your project?
We were going to try to make the plants grow in 4 weeks. Sunflowers, peas, and grass.
Okay, so what were you trying to figure out? Which would be the best kind of soil to grow plants in?
Yep.
What did you do, Stephanie, to find out where your plants grew best?
Under sunlight and the grow light.
The plants next to you were under sunlight.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give a shot of that? Did they grow good?
Yeah.
Okay, and these over here, next to Katie, where did you put these plants, Katie?
Under the grow light.
Okay, Katie, can you explain to us what grow lights are?
They're just lights in my house.
And are they are just a normal light bulb?
No.
What kind of light bulbs are they?
They're big, long ones.
Big long light bulbs. Okay, we can get a shot of that. You got a picture of it, haven't you?
No, not really. We just got there.
Okay. So what did you find out at the end of your project? Where did plants grow better?
In potting soil.
In potting soil and under grow lights? You mean the grow lights are better than sunlight? Stephanie, were these plants here that were under the sunlight, were they also put in potting soil too?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised. I thought sunlight would be better, but I guess that's what you did your experiment for. Thanks a lot, okay, girls. We're here with Alicia and Nicole, 2 grade 4 students, and they have something very interesting also. It's called Food Fight. Who will win, boys or girls? So Alicia, can you explain what you tried to do in this experiment?
Well, we tried to figure out on snacks if the boys or the girls ate unhealthy. And for breakfast, dinner, and supper, we tried to figure out who ate the most healthiest.
So Nicole, what did you find out? Who ate the most snacks, boys or girls?
Boys.
And do they eat healthy snacks, do you know, or do they just eat any kind of snack?
Any kind of snacks.
And what else does your graph show? Like for breakfast, dinner, and supper, who eats the most?
How many people there is in boys, and how much they eat on a food guide.
Okay, so at the end of your experiment, what did you find out?
The boys won.
So the boys eat most. So Alicia, boys eat most snacks?
Well, they ate the most unhealthy snacks.
Oh, they ate the most unhealthy snacks.
And they were the people who ate the most healthy in breakfast, dinner, and supper.
Oh, okay. That's great. Thank you very much. We're here with Garrett Hamilton, and he has a project called Quicksand. So Garrett, can you explain to us how you made the quicksand?
Large shallow bowl, 2 cups of cornstarch, 1/2 a quarter cup of water, spoon, 1/2 a cup of playground sand, and a small toy.
Okay, so you mixed all that together, and then what did you do? We can get a shot of this quicksand here. So can you just show us if that's really quicksand? Okay. Can you stick your finger down there and see if oh yes, okay, that's pretty deep, yeah. That's good quicksand. So what did you find out by the end of your project? What did you figure out?
That it goes slow down. It goes slow instead of fast.
Okay, so objects will sink slow in quicksand.
Yep.
Instead of fast. Why do they call it quicksand, I wonder?
Because it's really quick. It's like quick sand.
That's a hard question, isn't it? If you sink slow, why do they call it quicksand? But that's a great project you got done there, Garrett. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
We're here with Aaron Bennett from Beachside. And Aaron, what grade are you in?
7.
He's a grade 7 student here at the middle school. And he's very interested in motors and generating power. So Aaron is going to demonstrate how power is generated, and he's going to explain it to us, okay? So we'll get a shot of this neat motor he got done.
Okay, right here, as you can see, the battery spins the motor, and this here is generating the power to the lights.
Okay, so Aaron, what do you got this switch for? What if you
turn on and off?
Okay, so that stops the power from the batteries. And what is actually happening with this motor here now?
Well, he's being spun there, and it's generating the power. He's spinning the other motor.
Okay, so you got all these wires hooked up to this little set of lights here.
Yeah, but this here spins that motor and generates power. And that there's connected to there, the light up.
Okay, excellent. What are you planning on working at when you get older?
A mechanic.
A mechanic, so I guess you'll need to know this stuff. Okay, thanks. Okay, we have a project here called the Battle of the Batteries, and this one was done by Timothy Paulette, a grade 7 student. And Timothy, how did you go about doing your project?
Well, what I did, I took each different kind of battery and put it in each flashlight. Then I checked the batteries every half hour.
Okay.
and check to see which one was bright and which one was not.
Okay. So when you put the different batteries in, you used what kind? You used Duracell, Rayovac, Energizer, and Aloha. Did you put them in the flashlights and just leave the flashlights on?
Yep.
Okay, so that's how you did it. And what were the results of your experiment? Which battery did you find out was the best?
I found that Energizer was the best because it lasted 9 hours.
It lasted 9 hours. And what about the famous Duracell battery?
It came in second and lasted 6.5 hours.
Okay, and the Rayovac, how long did that last?
4.5.
And what about the last one, the Aloha?
It only lasted 1.5 hours.
So I assume that the Aloha battery is cheaper to buy, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
And what about the Energizer?
Well,
About the same as Duracell?
yeah, around the same as Duracell.
So if somebody were looking for some batteries for a flashlight, which one would you recommend?
Probably Energizer.
Okay. Thank you very much, Timothy. We're here with Larissa from grade 7, and she did a project called Bright and Shiny. Now, Larissa, can you explain what you did with these 6 pennies and what was the result?
I took these 6 pennies and put them in I took 2, they were dirty, of course. Okay. And I took 6 unclean pennies and I put them in 6 film cases, about this big. And I kept them in there and put 2 spoonfuls of each. First one I put a spoonful of each. Okay. And I left it there for 20 minutes and I came back and found out what the results were. The Coke one turned even darker because the Coke was a dark color. Yeah. This one here was a lot shinier, but it seemed to get, like where it was in the tape so long, it changed. Yeah. So vinegar this one here, good. Yeah, and this one here, it was basically the same as this one because it had vinegar in the ingredients.
Oh, okay. So ketchup had vinegar in the ingredients, so it kind of cleaned it. What about salt and vinegar?
The salt seemed to, when the vinegar cleaned this, the salt seemed to take the roughness of it, and it just turned dull.
And you actually tried to clean one with mayonnaise.
Yeah, the mayonnaise just cleaned the inside, right out around, like it didn't get in the tight spots.
Okay, that's very interesting. So if you were going to use something to clean a household item, what would you use?
Probably vinegar.
I don't guess you'd use ketchup on your windows.
No.
But you use vinegar. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, we're here with Michael Roberts, and he's a grade 5. Grade 5, and he did a project called Cold Hard Facts. And as you can notice up here, it says, to find out what type of water would freeze first. I have heard that hot water freezes faster than cold. So is this true? So Michael, what did you find out about how water freezes, and what kind of water did you use?
I used hot water with bubbles, hot water, cold water with olive oil, cold water with salt, and cold water.
So what about, what did you find out freezed first?
Cold water. So it's in the results.
That's your results. So can you read your results to us?
My hypothesis was right. Cold water was the first to freeze. The water froze in that order with cold water with olive oil, hot water with bubbles, and cold water with salt and hot water.
Okay, we have another project comparing boys to girls again. And Allison Olford has a project here called Who is the Quicker Picker-Upper? You wanted to compare reaction times of boys and girls.
Yes.
And how did you do that?
Well, I brought my experiment to school one day, and I did it in science class, and I set it up, and we have a calibrated stick and a bolt and some pipe, which made this.
Okay, you can get a shot of that. You use this machine here?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how in the world how does that work?
Either a boy or a girl will sit on a chair.
Okay.
And we'll measure their fingers 5 centimeters apart. And they'll be looking at their fingers while I pull this and I'll measure it. See?
Okay, where did the thing, oh yes, okay, it came out down there.
Yeah.
Can you get a shot of that down there, David? Okay, so a stick actually fell when you pulled out that nail.
Yeah.
And so how did you find out about who picked up quickest?
Well, when we measured it, we took 6 tests of each, boys and girls, and we did 11 boys. So we added all these up and divided it, of course, and got the average.
Okay.
Then we did all this and got the total average, which is 16. And then we did the same over here, which is 15. And down here on the graphs, it shows lowest indicates quicker reaction time. So the girls got lower than the boys.
So the boys had a faster reaction time.
No, girls did.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Girls had a faster reaction time than boys. Oh, that's amazing. So girls would be good drivers. We'd be able to hit the brake quick.
Exactly. One thing, in my experiment it says further study, and it says, it says applications life. It may be another indication to why girls' insurance rates for driving is less than boys.
Okay, that's very interesting, okay? Thank you very much, Allison. Okay, we're here with Jade and Ashley, and they did an interesting project called Fan the Flames. So, Jade, can you tell us the purpose of your project?
Well, see which would burn faster, brand name or non-brand name products.
Okay, so Ashley, what did you think first when you started this project? What did you think would probably burn faster?
Brand name products.
Like, can you give us an example of some of these brand name products?
Like herbal essences and Windex and Pine Sol and stuff like that.
So, girls, how did you go about doing your experiment? Can you explain? And we might have to get a demonstration. Can you explain how you went about finding out if brand name products burn better or no name? So, Jade, you can do a demonstration and just explain what you do.
Okay. Well, we get our can, and we took exact measurements of all the products.
Okay.
And we poured it into the can, like one product at a time, and we put like a match to it and lit it on fire to see which would burn.
Okay.
So the hairspray is the only one that would light.
Oh.
So the rest of it never lit. And all-purpose cleaner, we found out that actually puts out the flame.
This all-purpose cleaner right here actually puts out flame.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll get a demonstration.
Got hairspray in the can.
What'd you say?
There's hairspray in the can.
Which one there, Ashley? Which one do you have in there? Both. Okay, there's both hairsprays in this can, okay? Oh yes, that's burning, yeah. That's hairspray burning.
Yep. And put a little bit of that and it catches more.
Yeah.
But it actually did stuff.
Okay, so you found out that this, yes, which is that a name brand or do you call that a no name? I guess.
No name.
So you found out that basically at the end of your experiment that the flames came from which one of these products?
The hairspray.
And none.
Non-name. Non-brand.
Okay, so the non-brand hairspray caught on fire.
Yep.
Okay, thanks a lot, girls. Okay, we're here with Michael and Mason, 2 grade 8 students, and they get a project done that is good for you people who like recreation vehicles and how you would find out which oil is the best. So, Michael, can you tell us what the purpose of your project was and what it was you tried to find out?
Well, the purpose of the project was to find out which oil lubricated the engine and give off less smoke and stuff.
Okay, so how did you go about, Mason, how did you go about finding this out? Because this is not an easy experiment to do. How did you do it?
Well, first we gathered a couple sources off the internet.
Okay.
Try to find out which oils would be best to test.
Okay.
We used a couple selections of vehicles.
Okay, what oils did you test? Can you remember what the names of them were? Or?
We tested Castrol, ATX, and SO Snowmobile.
Okay, good. And Mason, how did you go about doing this then?
Well, what we did, we filled each oil container on each recreational vehicle with an amount of oil, and we went for a 20-kilometer run. And then we measured how much each burned and how much each smoked.
Okay, yeah. So, Michael, what did you find out at the end of this project? Did you find out which oil would be better for these recreation vehicles?
Well, we found out that Castrol gives off less smoke and it gets the gears and everything in the engine all more like lubricated, so it won't seize up and stick on you.
Okay.
And keeps your machine lasts longer.
Okay.
And
what was the worst oil? Or did you have one?
We didn't have one. One was not much less than the other one, but Castrol kept it going a little better.
Okay, and it didn't smoke as much?
No, it is more efficient.
Okay, by the way, Michael, what vehicles did you use? Skidoos or all-terrains, or what did you use?
We used mostly Skidoos. Two of the same type Skidoos, like a Scandic 500 and a Touring SLE 500. And Scandic give off more smoke and burn more oil because it's a geared lower Skidoo. It's for working.
Okay.
And my Skidoo, the Touring SLE, she was not bad. She didn't give off a lot of smoke and she didn't burn a lot of oil.
Okay, we're here with Holly Young and Tara Jenkins. Now, Holly's a bit too shy to get on camera, but we'll manage something there. And they did an excellent project on the power of a cigarette. Tara, how did you, what was the purpose of your project and how did you go about demonstrating?
To see how much tar was in a cigarette.
Okay.
And we took this tube, this shampoo bottle.
Okay.
We pierced a hole in it.
Yeah.
Then we took this plastic tube.
Okay.
We filled it up with cotton balls.
Yeah.
And we mask tape it around.
Okay.
Then we took a cigarette and we put it here too.
So a full cigarette would have been put in there like that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And we lit it. And we had to squeeze all the air out.
Okay.
Then we had to cover up the hole and squeeze it back into shape.
Okay.
And we had to keep on doing that until the cigarette was burnt out.
Okay, yeah.
Then we took out the cotton balls. This is what it looked like the first time. It didn't quite work.
Okay.
But it worked the second time.
So this actually shows the tar that you got from a cigarette. So actually the cigarette is put in almost like in a smoker's mouth, you mean? Okay. So this one shows the tar that came out of a cigarette. Cool. So Tara, are you planning on being a smoker or non-smoker?
No, I'm not being a smoker.
Okay, we're here with Peter and Bradley, and they're both grade 7 students, and they have an interesting project that would be good for you children out in Springdale, and maybe the adults too. Peter, can you explain what your project is all about?
This project's like the decaying of teeth, which substances decay the fastest.
Okay, so Bradley, how did you find out what decays your teeth the fastest? What was your experiment about?
Our experiment was about Coke, milk, water, and orange juice to see which one would decay teeth the fastest and give it to people to stop them from drinking too much Coke.
Okay, so Peter, what is it you got here on the plates? Are they really real teeth or what did you use there?
Yeah, they're the moose teeth that came out of Mr. Starks' moose in the science lab.
Okay, so that's 4 teeth. Now, get a shot of these things here. Now, Peter, you can hold them up. What did you find out about Coke?
Coke, this has the most cavities, and this was in the fridge for about 2 weeks in Coke, and that's what it turned out like.
Okay, and what about the milk?
The milk, we found out that the milk actually grew stronger than it was before.
So milk helps your teeth? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it does, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Bradley, what do you got over here? You got, what's on this one?
Water.
Okay.
And we found out that water really never did nothing to this tooth.
Okay. And what about your orange juice?
We got orange tooth with orange juice in that. And we found out that it turned yellow, and that there's about all that happened to it.
Okay, so you boys didn't actually use tea or coffee, because I heard that stains your teeth a lot.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay, so Peter and Bradley, thank you very much. And their project was called Ooh, Gross, Tooth Decay. Okay, we're here with Carrie and Coleman Shepherd, and they're both grade 6 students. And they did an interesting project here called What Do Cats Like Best? And Carrie, can you explain to us what the purpose of your project is?
To see what do cats like best.
Like what? Compared to what?
Water, canned milk, and fresh milk.
Okay, Colden, how did you go about doing your experiment?
First, we took some. We had to take the cat into video equipment, so we set all that up, and we just played it.
Okay, so what did you do? Did you give your cat 3 different things at different times, or how did you go about it?
As you can see here, first we set breakfast 9 o'clock in the morning, and she chose canned milk, but that was on Monday.
Okay.
At dinner, at Monday, she chose canned milk again. So really, it's all the same. and she kept on doing it.
Okay, so Carrie, what did you find out as the result of your project? What did your cat end up liking the best?
Canned milk.
So did she like water at all?
Didn't even touch it.
And what about the fresh milk?
Nothing.
So all she drank was the canned milk.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much.